Lee H. Stillman.
I'm Andrea Menchaca.
Thank you for tuning in to Anxiety Twins. This is a podcast where we talk about a lot of things, but somehow it's kind of turned into a movie podcast. We talk a lot about movies, but
We've been watching a lot of movies.
We talk about other things. We are both stand-up comedians who live together, raising a kid. So if
in war-ravaged Portland,
Oregon. So
that's why you watch so many movies. Honestly, what else is there to do?
You know, we got to get away
in the middle of this mess.
Yeah, we got to get away from all the turmoil. But please don't forget to like and subscribe. Take a second out to do that, and after you finish like and subscribe, leave a comment, and that's it. Well, I mean, you can do other things, do whatever you want, but you know. At least do that.
Yeah.
So we saw one battle after another last night.
Yep.
What do you think?
We saw it in theaters.
We saw it in theaters
with other people.
I don't think it's
around us.
It's not streaming right yet now. So yeah, we saw it in theaters.
I don't know when people are watching this.
We've been seeing more stuff in theaters, and I would say I think our movies are back. I think
hot take from Lee H. Tillman.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Wait, I have to announce it and then you say it.
Okay.
Hot take from Lee H. Tillman.
Movies are back, guys.
Ooh.
No, I mean it's not like what
Cinephile.
It was. It's not.
I'm just throwing words out there. What else do I know?
I don't think you know anything other than that.
Roll camera.
We haven't. It's not pre-pandemic numbers. I mean, I don't know the numbers, but it's definitely not that. But it feels
considering we're not looking at the numbers.
Yeah, we're not.
The numbers are doing great.
The numbers are doing great, guys.
You just don't look at them.
We're
Have you tried
gangbusters.
that? This is why we keep doing the podcast. We haven't looked at the numbers. What? People don't watch this? That's crazy.
Yeah, but it seems like people are coming back to the theater just because it's more stuff to watch. Before, we were just
they had to make good movies, otherwise it doesn't make you want to go.
We were watching
I'll wait.
All superhero movies. And
if only they put High School Musical in theaters, I tell you.
I'm pretty sure they're probably bringing it back
so much
at some
money
point.
To be made.
They haven't put it in theaters another run.
Not that I know of.
I feel like maybe
tomorrow's theater, maybe.
Yeah, well, I'm sure at some point it'll come back for one of the anniversaries.
So what'd you think of the one battle after another?
I thought it was really great. It was interesting to see Leonardo DiCaprio be the comedy, the comedy foil in a movie. I don't think I've ever really seen that before.
Although The Robe was doing a lot of the heavy lifting.
Yeah, it was doing a lot of
strong plaid robe.
A lot of Big Lebowski vibes.
Yeah, that's what it was.
a lot of Lebowski vibes.
I don't know what time it is, man. Yeah. Just got to give him all his lines in the Big Lebowski voice.
The first 30 minutes or so are just a little weird.
At first, and because I went into it not knowing anything about it, you literally bought tickets and I was blindly just going in, not knowing what it was. I was like, oh, how much of this immigrants in cages am I going to have to sit through 2 hours of this? But yeah, the first 30 minutes is very serious and very heavy. And that was even why are we making such a point of saying that this woman is very horny at all times? What was the point of that? And then I was like, oh, okay, I guess.
There's going to be spoilers because I don't think we can talk.
Oh, yeah, we're going to spoil the head out of this.
I don't think
movie.
we can.
This is an after you've seen it podcast.
Yeah, I don't think you can talk about this movie at all without talking about spoilers because so many things happen. It's just kind of weird. But so spoilers. I think the movie just painted a pretty straightforward picture of her. Even though a very complicated picture, but still they didn't try to make it seem what she was doing was okay.
Yeah, and they even introduce what I assume is her mom and aunt or something like that, family.
I assume that's both. I assume she had two moms. That's what I thought.
Oh, well, I'm homophobic, so I guess I didn't think about that.
I forgot about that part. Yeah.
I don't know.
You saw two women together.
Yeah, I was that's her good friend.
Yeah, they're friends. They're neighbors.
That's a good. She lives with her. She's her good.
Yeah.
Roomie friend.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. That was my point. Is they don't tell us much about her family besides they're just they're furniture. They have two lines where they're careful or something, but they don't do anything to tell you her mom went through this shit, and then like something else happened.
They say that she's from a line of revolutionaries. So
yeah, but that's pretty broad, and there's like that's a positive light on it. Like they make it look like she is doing what she needs to be doing. Like her family is with her, but not a lot of background. You just kind of have to guess.
Yeah, so that was interesting, and also just the initial relationship between her and Leonardo's character. Just seemed like they wouldn't be together. Yeah. It just seemed like a weird combination. They didn't seem like...
Yeah. For some reason, they were keeping it from the group. Like, they were trying not to appear as a couple in public.
Well, they kissed in the first scene, like after the first thing.
Not at first. Like, he brings stuff like the pirate...
Yeah.
The wheel card.
Yeah, but
she's talking to him like they're not a couple, and then later you learn that they are together, and like you were saying, I'm like, jarring. That's not what I thought was gonna happen.
Okay. Yeah, it didn't feel like a
she also doesn't seem like the kind of woman to just like be in a boring relationship like that.
Yeah.
Per her previous horny personality that's already been set up.
Yeah, so it was just like a really weird kind of setup, but I guess it works for the story. I mean, I don't know. They were just trying to paint this very complicated character. And
I like that a lot of it is just like up for us to
I like that it's not like she's a good person, she's a bad person. It's just kind of like she's, you know what she's about, and it's not all good, I guess.
Yeah. I also thought it was good how at the beginning they are like one of the things that she's doing is freeing the immigrants that are held in those facilities. But then randomly they just blow up other shit. And that seems pretty true to what revolutionaries, quote unquote, would do. Like they're not aligned with one particular, they just like also just like mayhem and they like want to help and everything. But they're just like all over the place. Like,
just like, blowing up banks.
They're doing random shit too. Like, and that's her life. Like because nobody else who is not a mess would be cool with potentially going to jail at any time. Like they're constantly in that danger.
Yeah. So the setup, the initial setup, in the beginning I was kind of like, okay, I was trying to figure out, okay, what is the point? Like, what point are they trying to make in the beginning? And then by the end, like, once we get to present day and things kind of like kick off, I feel like that's when the movie starts, and it just kind of like doesn't stop after that.
It's one thing after another.
It's just one battle after another.
Yeah, I don't know what made me think of that.
Yeah, I don't know. So my favorite character was the Benicio del Toro's character, the sensei. One of my favorite scenes, or just one of my favorite parts, is just like when you're going through his house. I mean, there's comedy in it because, Leonardo DiCaprio is trying to find a charger.
Keeps trying to plug his phone for 2 seconds every time.
Yeah. Like there's probably like 6 different places where he tries to charge his phone. So there's comedy in it, but you're also seeing all these families here that have to like hide here all this time. But it's such a short amount of time to show everything that's going on. Like when you think about, obviously, like the people there, he knows everybody that's there. Those people seem like they've been there a long time, to the point where they just kind of just live there. Like it's not like, it doesn't feel like they just got
they're there. Not going anywhere. Like it feels like it's the midpoint to go somewhere else, but like maybe they don't know what that next step is.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. But it's also, every time you open he just opens another room and there's another like group of people there, and that happens like 5 or 6 times.
And he knows everybody. He introduces everybody to him like as if this is important right now.
Yeah, and that's part of it. It's just like, yes, all this stuff is going on, but these people are also people. And this is this person who shows him the baby and the name and all this stuff. He tells every teenager to get off their phone.
Yeah, they say that like 4 times.
So yeah, that's one of my favorite scenes. And then obviously that leads into him like the skateboarders.
Well, first he falls. Building. That was the scene where I laughed and everybody in the theater was quiet, and I was like, sorry, but he fell for like 3 stories. That was hilarious. He fell into a tree. And then when the guy explains it on the phone, he fell into a tree and then and then he got captured. Everybody laughs, and I was like, It was funny before he explained
because
that.
in the moment it is kind of terrifying.
Everybody's just like,
in the moment it's scary, but then afterward I don't know. After you realize he's okay.
I think as a kid I was always really scared of like anything in a movie that like where the character could potentially something wrong or bad can happen to them. So I've always been for years telling myself like it's a movie. Like I don't have to stress about them, even though you still like if you hear a gunshot I will startle. But I always have to tell myself like he's really not following 3 stories, but that's hilarious because he's wearing a robe. He hit a tree and then he fell on his back, and it's just like it was too much. It was too many things were happening.
Yeah, it was just
holding on to 3 backpacks the entire time. His emergency backpack has like a little toddler girl backpack attached to it because he like planned this 11 years ago or something when he was still worried about it. And now he like doesn't remember anything anymore.
He falls, he gets up, and then he walks, and then he gets tasered. That's just an insane amount of events in a short amount of time.
Yeah, it was too much.
The Benicio del Toro character, he was just the calm and everything. He was
he was the sensei.
Yeah.
There's also this scene where he's sitting in the karate studio or whatever, and he's talking to who I assume is his wife. And the whole thing is in Spanglish and they don't put subtitles in it, and like pretty important stuff happened there, and I was like looking at you like, do you know what's happening right now? She like mostly speaks Spanish and he'll reply in English, but that doesn't give you the whole thing. It's just kind of like, I wonder if they did that on purpose. Like,
I mean, of course,
because from the point of view of Leonardo, he like also is hearing the parts that he understands.
So maybe, I mean, that was the point. You're supposed to be getting it from his point of view. So if you don't speak Spanish, then you just
But the phone is not on speaker, and yet we can hear it pretty clearly. So it's just like, it's just like, if you know, you know.
Yeah, it's just, if you know, you know.
It also made me wonder, like, how far-fetched is all that? Like, I assume there's groups and there's organizations and there's like actual...
Yeah, like, but there's no modern day version of like people. Like I haven't seen like, you know, people like robbing banks and like just blowing up things for the heck of it.
Yeah,
like that's not a really modern day version of that.
Not recently.
So I don't know. More or less, like the movie, from my perspective, it is a lot about like what happens when, you know, you had a mission in your life. It didn't really go the way you wanted to, but now you're hoping that now you have, you know, the next generation sees what you did, realize that it didn't work, but they still want to fix it. So it's just like what happens when the revolution doesn't work.
Yeah.
But someone else has to carry it on.
Never fully works, right? There's always more. One battle after another.
Exactly. So that, I think that's kind of like, you know, the younger generation has to pick up whatever mantle and then kind of like move on with it.
And the mom in the movie says that they failed. And I'm like, I mean, you freed a bunch of people. Like it wasn't completely useless.
But I mean, like,
it's not like, the whole world order didn't get turned around, but
I mean, because that's kind of how it happens. I mean, like this, if you look at life in, you know, in the 60s, we're clearly in a better place than we were then. You know, you look at the 60s, 70s, like we've moved forward. It might be like one step forward, 2 steps back, but still, you know, there's no way that everything is going to get fixed. It's just the next generation has to pick up the mantle and move on. I haven't seen Sean Penn in a movie in a long time. And because of that, I couldn't tell if the tics and the walk or everything was a choice that he made with the character, or if that's just like what he does now. You know, like sometimes when you see an older character, like you're not sure. Like if you watch Denzel Washington, he does like the same tics over and over, and you're kind of like, okay, is that just what you do, or is that the character?
You just can't go away now.
But Sean Penn, like he had a lot of tics in that character, and I mean, I thought it was a great performance. It was a very creepy performance, which I think that was the point. That's what it called for. And he made like a lot of choices with, I don't know if he made the choices, but the hair was a interesting choice.
The hair. When she asks him, why is his shirt so tight? And he's like, I'm not a homosexual. I'm like, well, the hair, like the little poop in the top of your head, and the shirt. I don't know. It's looking pretty weird.
Yeah.
I told you, like, I thought it was pretty, like, traditional American movie, and that it did wrap up. Like, it did show us her finding her dad and being okay in the end. It didn't wrap up everything, but they didn't want us to leave being like, oh, but is she okay? But they never addressed her dad knowing that he's not her dad. And, like, did he already know or anything about that? Or, like, how much is that gonna fuck her up for the rest of her life to, like, find out who her dad is in that way? And we never know more about that one friend who is constantly saving her life, like when she's a baby, and then also when she's bigger, and we don't know anything about her.
But I was saying about the daughter, like, her life is, she grows up, she realized how paranoid her dad is, and then, like, as she gets older, she's probably like, oh, this is probably not real, probably not a thing, like, no one's really looking for my dad, not really. And then this happens, and now not only does she find out that yes, it was real, but, like, her mom was a rat, and her dad, her real biological dad, is a monster.
Yep.
And she has to kill somebody. That's an insane, like, I don't know how the rest of her life goes.
Yeah. And then she's just out there rioting.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess at this point it's like, that's nothing compared to all this other shit.
Yeah,
it could have been a Disney movie, because a lot of Disney movies are like, your parents tell you not to do something and then you do, and then the evil witch takes your voice and you're like, if only you were to listen to your parents. If only you didn't have a phone. I mean, I guess the phone didn't end up being such a big deal at the end of the day.
Well, they found her because of the phone.
Is that why?
Because she had the phone.
But they threw it away in the middle of the road.
Well, I mean, they still found, like, they knew what,
through.
they knew, like, what road she was on.
Yeah.
So
I thought it was weird that the guy said he did have the number. They call it, which I guess is one very straightforward way of doing it. But I guess that's why I didn't realize that they were also tracking it, because they try to call, like, they were just like, let's see what she says. Where are you, girl? we're just wondering. You're your friend, your non-binary friend. That the dad was like, what is it? That, them, the others?
I just want to be polite.
I just want to be polite. Are you just driving up to the house? A little loud. It's a little loud. That cracked me up, because I feel like that's gonna be me. Like, oh, we just have 5 kids in the house. That's okay.
Right.
Feels a little loud.
This is what we're doing. All right, homie.
We're all just here now. Okay. Essay, not talking to you.
Yeah, he went a little hard with the homie thing, and then when he went essay, I was like, oh man,
that cracked you up.
Let's
you thought that was notch, funny, bro. Though.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, the whole scene is hilarious, but
when he's chasing down the road and he stops to ask for directions to a couple of Mexicans that are standing there, and my first thought is, there's a very high chance they speak English. Like, there's no need for you to be tripping over yourself to be like, and then a little señorita. Like, he doesn't know how to ask. Just like, it's like a woman, but smaller.
Yeah.
And they, of course, they know immediately. They're like, no, it.
Yeah. I mean, they could have made that a comedic scene. And
where they're like, they went south.
But they just, they just kept going over the movie. I'm glad. I like how they, like, pick and choose where the comedy is. Like, it is a very serious.
To lean in.
Yeah. It's really unlikely to see a movie that's so, like, evenly, like, pretty serious. Like, it's a guy tracking down, trying to find his daughter, but also just is funny. Like, it's very odd to find, like, something that's, I feel like, so even.
And that they're not on the side of the revolutionaries either, even though we know more about them than we do other people in the movie. Like, when they're robbing the bank and she does this whole speech about this is what Black Power looks like. And you're like, that's a little silly. Like, that doesn't feel very powerful right now. It feels like a little cringy. It's like, just take the money, girl. You don't need to do all that. But they're just like, this is who she is. Like, we're not saying
they show everyone warts and all. Just kind of like, some of this stuff is goofy.
Yeah.
And,
it feels weird to hear, but that's what she wanted to say in that moment. So there it is. And then we haven't even talked about the white supremacy group.
I can never remember a name. I was trying to think if it was like an acronym for like a name for something. It's
Christmas?
Just like Christmas. It was CAC, whatever the name of the whole thing is.
Yeah. It was a cool scene when the white supremacy guy is going up to the house for the meeting. And first he has to talk to the wife. And they do like a little like a polite back and forward where they're just like talking like normal people, just to show you like, yeah, white supremacists just are out here asking for pancakes sometimes. Like they're just normal people. And then they go into a creepy fucking basement with like a weird mural in the background where the guy is like, this old man, which is basically himself, is the shrine. Like they're just gathering around. He doesn't say much. They just gather around him like he's a candle. And they're just like, this is normal. And the wife is upstairs, like they're just downstairs having their little white supremacy meeting every Tuesday. You know how men do. Oh,
is the Christmas Adventures Club.
What does adventures mean? What's the adventure?
That's
it's the casual murder and adventure.
I don't know. I mean, it makes just as much sense as Ku Klux Klan. It's just a thing.
Yeah, I guess I never thought about that. I was too distracted by the lynchings to be wondering. Why are they called that?
Yes,
let's find the logic in this.
Also, I was like the whole time. Every time they said, I was like, CAC. Is that a thing? No, it's just Christian Adventures Club.
It's just
Caucasian.
Yeah.
CAC.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I was suspecting them to be like government secret things, but like they went straight for white supremacy. I was like, oh, okay, we're doing this.
Yeah, I mean,
all right,
why not?
I mean, okay.
Well, otherwise it wouldn't work, because if they were even slightly less straightforward about it, then they wouldn't be mad about the biracial daughter.
Yeah,
like how they were. And the fact that this guy went after him and shot him in the face, I was like, I was
surprised that he did that, because he doesn't seem. I assumed they would get someone else to do it.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't seem like the type of person that would get his hands dirty.
And also, he didn't tell the other people.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't, when he went back.
Do they even know that he's dead?
I don't think so. And they don't know that he tried to kill this guy. He shows up back there with half a face, and they're like, what happened there? They just don't know.
Yeah. And then the reverse rape.
The reverse rape was hilarious.
She wanted my power.
He was like, what's the most white supremacy thing I could say right now? They're gonna love. They get it.
Yeah. So,
like I said, the reverse part wasn't necessary. It's not uno.
You can just say rape.
You can just rape. Women can just rape you.
Yeah, that's what's called.
Okay, I don't think we're allowed to say that word anymore on the podcast.
I don't think we can say that so many times.
We've made our quota.
We'll take a few of them out.
And then we were deciding why they killed him in the end. You and I were like talking about it last night.
What do you think?
My thought was that it was because, remember the other scene where the guy said that everything has to be so clean that everybody should be able to eat off the floor?
Mm-hmm.
And that's like a very white supremacy thing. Like everything has to be pristine and perfect. And this guy has a fucking half his face is not there. So they're like, already we're not like feeling a little fishy about you. And then you look like that. Like, nah, we're not. Pass.
Yeah. Well, I don't
But
think...
he was being very like, he was not going to give up. They could tell that he would not give up.
Yeah. I think that's probably it, because he wasn't. Because I was like, why didn't they just tell him? I assumed they were just going to be like, no, you're not in. And then, that's the end of the story. But like, he does seem like a person that's not going to stop.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly he doesn't stop.
Well, I guess.
That scene of him walking like the Terminator.
Yeah. With like chunks of skin falling off it. All of the makeup for that must be like.
It's very good.
Not even the part where he's covered in blood, because the blood kind of covers it. But when he's like recovered, quote unquote, but he's half of his face.
Yeah, I mean,
how did they do that?
I mean, there's a straight up close up.
Yeah, it's like really close.
Can you imagine seeing that in IMAX?
You can see his teeth. Yeah.
See it going to the IMAX and seeing that, it'd be terrible.
Because like some bulgy stuff with makeup makes sense, but the bit where his lip is up, how are they holding that up? It's crazy.
I mean, yeah, it's impressive. But I guess it's because like I was like that. I thought the scene was going to end with them just telling him no, and then that's it. And then he just goes cries in a corner or something, or he does, he acts out in some way. But I guess the reason why they felt they had to kill him was partly because they wanted to give us a happy ending. They wanted to show him being dead.
Well, I mean, I think it also makes sense because you don't casually run a white supremacy's high power association. Like, people are just not running around being mad at you. Like, that would be dangerous. And they have an office with a door that seals for a purpose. Like, this isn't the first time they do this. They have an oven and everything ready to go.
It's very, very tenacious.
Yeah.
Very
so
tenacious.
To be nominated is already a danger to your person. Like, if you don't make it, you don't make it. Altogether.
So if you get nominated, if you don't get in, you're dead.
Yeah.
That's probably how it goes.
That's how we keep the best white people around only. Not even like just non-white people, but also the best white people. They were, like that association was something that could have been a whole movie. Like, it was, there was so much that they didn't say.
I mean, I'm glad it wasn't a whole movie because I don't think I could sit through.
How many? No, it would be so interesting to see like how many people they have to murder in the path of having a perfect Tuesday meeting, like with just like the banana pancakes and whatever. Like, just everything has to be perfect, and so we had to kill 30 people that were not a good fit.
Yeah,
like just logical decisions.
I guess the only thing we haven't talked about is the chase scene at the end. Which, while I was watching it, I was like, I don't think
the scene that makes you feel like you're in a roller coaster.
Yeah, and that is another thing. Like, if we saw that at IMAX, I
didn't love that. I was dizzy for a moment. I was like, oh, I need this to be and to
but at the same time,
and it lasted a long time.
Yeah, I was watching. I was like, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. Like this, I don't think I've ever seen this. Like, it's a chase where it's just a straight line. It's just three cars, like, chasing each other, and they're going up and down. And I was trying to think, like, in other movies, I don't think I've ever seen anything, and that's rare. To just be like, I've never seen
the Roadrunner, obviously.
Oh yeah.
He's always like, meep, meep. You know that scene where he famously stops and then the person behind him crashes into him and then he's shoots him in the face?
Yeah, classic.
That one.
But aside from that,
I didn't like it because I felt like I was going to throw up, but I get it because when you're looking at it from far away, it just looks like, it just drive, bitch. Like, it's not hard. But when you understand that the hills blind you to what's next, it's terrifying. She's like, doesn't know if that person's still there. Like, why is he there?
Because like, I've driven on roads, like not exactly like they're not that bumpy, but like, if you're driving in like San Francisco or something like that, with like this place is very hilly, like you're driving over something and I don't know what's on the other. Like I know that feeling of like driving and like I hope that there's nothing on the other
even
side
when it says like 30 miles per hour and you're like, I mean, I'll decide that when I get to the top of the hill.
Yeah. So that was I mean, every scene was a crazy scene, but like that was something I remember just sitting there being like, I think this is the first time I've ever seen this on film. And that was pretty amazing.
And I was like, okay, I understand that you're trying to make me feel what it's like to be in one of these roads. I don't know how long we have to do this for. I guess it's just a few more. Because, and then she like uses the hills in her benefit and it works out. But there was times where it was like the camera was on the road. Like, it was very, very close.
Yeah. So... good movie.
Yeah.
I like it.
You start giving people, giving movies rankings. I give this one 4 Lees.
I give it 3 Andreas.
Are Andreas worth more?
Yes.
That's why.
Andreas are worth more.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Andreas are like those, what are those really fancy restaurants? They only get like a half a star. We went to one in Paris.
Oh, you mean Michelin star?
Yeah, the Michelin stars.
Michelin star restaurant, even half a star. Is
like
honor.
If you get 1 Andrea, it's like, woof, that's a good movie. So 3, pretty impressive.
Pretty good. Good.
We were also watching clips of SNL. We're watching the one from El Chavo del Ocho.
Yeah, and I was saying that I feel like there's probably a section of people that have no idea what was happening.
Yeah. And I was saying that they're probably fine. Because the point of the show to begin with.
Do you think everybody knows what that is?
I don't think. Well, they also.
It's old enough to where, like, I know it.
It's really old. They also had a documentary happen pretty recently. So I feel like that kind of brought it to the forefront of some people that maybe hadn't seen it. But also the point of the show originally is it was a silly comedy. Like it was like an SNL sketch every time. It's just like the same characters doing the same thing. So if you don't know what's happening, still like pie and face, pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, but like why are they so goofy? Like why is this so over the top? Why is it so broad? I think people are like, why if you have no idea what it is, you're seeing it, you're like, a pie in the face? Why are we doing it's 2025? Why are we doing a pie in the face?
Well, I feel like they might have to look it up. But I don't think it's like you don't laugh. Like
I don't know.
It might still work even without knowing. And of course, like with keeping with the Bad Bunny doesn't do English. He doesn't like do shows in the United States. Like he's trying to do more, stay away from fitting himself into the mold. So they do a sketch that not everybody understands, and that's just what they're going with.
But do you like I haven't really caught up with like why people are angry because of the Super Bowl. Have you?
Well, I think it's just because they're racist. I thought that was
But well, I mean, obviously that's that's what it is.
Some people were saying that he's not a citizen, which is not how Puerto Rico works, like famously. I don't know what else, like because all the songs are in Spanish, and I think he made a joke about that in the SNL, like you have 4 months to learn Spanish or something.
But I think people were saying because he doesn't perform in America, and then the one time he does, it's the Super Bowl or something like that. But I think he had a residency in Puerto Rico for a long time.
No, he's there now.
Oh, the residency is still happening?
I think he just keeps having shows in Puerto Rico so that people can have to travel to Puerto Rico and pay to stay there and like bring the economy.
So I think people are like he's not performing in the States. So
I don't think the people that are mad at him being in the Super Bowl are aware of his lack of shows in the United States, because then you would have to want to see him to know that. And if you want to see him, then you wouldn't mind it being at the Super Bowl or wherever.
Yeah.
I guess maybe if you want to see him live and that's the only option, but you can't be that mad if you understand like why.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It just seems like you're just being angry for no reason. Like anybody that's upset with anybody that's performing at the Super Bowl, like who cares? Just don't watch it.
Yeah. I mean, we were just talking about if you perform in the Super Bowl, you don't even get paid. Yeah. So it's not like he's doing it for the money. Like it's work. I mean, like, it's just extra work.
Yeah. 9 times out of 10, like when the Super Bowl performance comes on, that's when you leave and go get chips or like.
Right. So that's what
you're watching the game. And then when that happens, you're like, okay, well.
It's the two groups of people, right? Like this, the halftime show is not for the people who are watching the actual football, and the football is not for the people who want to watch the halftime show. And that's why they have something. They don't have like some country song person, because they're like, we already got you. Like,
yeah, exactly.
You are watching for the football.
Yeah. So,
I thought it was going to be Taylor Swift. I thought it made sense with her trajectory, but maybe she's just like, I mean, I have to go anyway, so.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I feel like
I actually don't know how it works, because maybe she wouldn't go if her boyfriend it's not.
Yeah,
he doesn't make it that far.
I feel like it would be even harder because she's already so tied to the NFL.
Yeah,
right now, like her performing at it. I don't know. It just seems like it would be just more reasons for people to be upset with her.
Yeah, I guess it's also the same thing that I was just saying. Like people who want to see Taylor Swift maybe also want to see the Super Bowl, so they're already watching.
Yeah, maybe.
They're trying to get more eyeballs.
I mean, people were already saying that people are only watching football to see Taylor Swift.
Her reaction.
Just to see Taylor Swift, so yeah.
Which you already know what team she's rooting for. It's not like it's going to be a shock what she's doing.
But, I mean, because Jay-Z is, I'm not sure his like actual position, but he's working with the NFL for the last few performances. So when Kendrick Lamar And then before that, it was Dr. Dre. And I think that was his first year doing it. Maybe. I don't know. But like,
one time it was Shakira and J-Lo at the same time.
That was like, I mean, that was pre Jay-Z though.
That was when I watched.
Yeah. So. But what I'm saying is that like now it's like people are upset because it's like he's all this hip hop and stuff is in the Super Bowl now. So people are like upset because of that. You know, I mean, people are just going to get upset no matter what. So, I don't know. So when Shakira and J-Lo? People were upset about that. Did they do stuff in Spanish?
I think so. I mean, some of their songs are in Spanish. J-Lo just doesn't really do music in Spanish.
I think she has one album in Spanish.
I thought that was a weird combo. Like, why would they want to do it together? But I don't know. It seemed to work out. Maybe it's just less work if you got somebody.
It sounds like, maybe. So people, I don't know. People.
Also, Shakira famously has the anthem for soccer, not football. They have to come up with a new one.
I got accepted into SICK, which stands for.
What is that?
What does it stand for?
It means Coalition Significantly Important Comics.
Exactly. Nailed it. Oh my goodness gracious.
Thank you.
Seattle International. Seattle International.
Yeah, you don't know what it actually stands for. Sorry, go again.
Seattle International Comedy Competition.
Yeah, where Seattle's and the surrounding area comics fight in a battle to the death to figure out who is the strongest comic.
All week we have to do shows, one show like 5 days straight in a different venue every time, because I guess they want to see how we perform in different spaces. Like, how do you perform in a bar? How do you perform in a theater? How do you perform in this comedy club? You get points for every show. And then at the end, if you get enough points, then you move on to the next round. The biggest upside is that if you make it to the next round, you actually do win money no matter what. No matter where you get at least $500. But if you take the whole thing, it's $5,000. If you get to be the top 10, which is the second round, $500. And the numbers go up from there, depending on, what place you are. So that's
better than nothing.
Yeah, it's better than nothing. It's better than most comedy competitions where you pay to perform in it, and then, unless you win the top space, then you don't.
There isn't anything else.
It's
more like a reality TV show where they're like, I'm actually only thinking of Is It Cake? Because that's the only reality TV show that I watch because our daughter makes me. Where they're like, if the pot keeps getting bigger if nobody wins it, so they're just like for later.
I stopped doing Portland's Funniest Person. I didn't do it this year. I did it the year before, right? Yeah, I did it.
I think so.
I did it the year before. I didn't do it this year.
And you're done for good.
Yeah, I think I'm done. I hate competitions. I kind of only went into this one because the person who runs it, I met him at a show. Like, we were on a show together and he was hosting, and I went up, and after I got off stage, he was like, I'm running SICK. If you want to be in it, you're in it. So most of the time you have to audition to be like one of the people.
But your performance was the audition.
Yeah. So I didn't have to perform. I didn't have to audition for it. So I was like, all right. So that's kind of the only reason why I was like, oh, well, all right. Well, I'll do it if
you didn't have to pay anything.
Yeah. I don't want to say I'm not looking forward to it. I've been trying to like do more shows in Seattle in general. So, meeting more Seattle comics would be cool.
Yeah.
So any type of competition that involves art always just bums me out. The whole point of art is that you can't rank it.
Yeah.
There's no art that's better than any other art. It's just what you like and what you don't like. And the idea that you're ranking comics or, this is the funniest person, it's just, I don't know. I don't like the whole idea of it.
Yeah.
I'll see how this goes. I'm just going to do what I do, and then hopefully that's good enough. And if it's not, then...
We've also never been able to figure out Seattle crowds, I feel like.
Yeah.
Or have you? I feel like I'm always like, what is happening in this room? Like people are. There was one time when I did a Leave Your Troubles at the Door that I felt like I had a good set and we were on the same page. But for the most part, whenever I'm in Seattle, which is not often, so maybe that's part of it too. I'm just like, what is happening here? Like Portland people, I got pretty. And I would think it's the same. Like it can't be that different.
I don't know. I've had mostly good experiences with Seattle Con. Like I haven't seen that it's much different. The one thing that they do that I don't like is that they snap more.
Oh, like it's poetry?
Yeah.
I haven't had that.
I absolutely hate
Maybe
that.
It's because of your delivery.
I hate the snapping so much because I sometimes I do stuff that may be political. It's not even like a political joke, but it's a joke that involves some person that's, that I'm making fun of, but it's not really like for instance, I have a joke where I say, I did comedy in front of J.K. Rowling. She didn't like my transitions. And like, that's not, obviously I am making fun of her in a way, but like, it's really just a play on words. Really. That's what the joke is. But like, and then people will be like, snapping. I'm just like, oh, that's not what that, okay, whatever. But, but they like Portland crowds are obviously liberal, but like, I don't get, and every now and then I'll get some like one person in the crowd that'll do the snap, but like Seattle, oh yeah, I can't.
A
lot of snapping, and I don't like it at all because it feels like cultural appropriation. Because when I think of snapping at the end of something, it's usually a poetry slam or something like that. Which generally speaking is mostly like black people, like that type of poetry is not white people poetry. Like that's not what they're doing. And that the idea of snapping at the end of something like that it just, that's what it reminds me of. So it feels like you're taking something from something else that you thought was cool and then now you're putting it into here. And it's just like, I don't know if I would go so far as to say it's like it's cultural appropriation, but I don't know. It feels like it's right next to it, and I don't like it. But how was you did Portland's Funniest Person?
Yep.
You want to talk about that?
I don't remember if we did we?
You did it.
No, did we talk about it? No. I know that I was on the show.
I don't think you talked about your experience. No, you did not talk about your experience with Portland's Funniest Person.
I made it to the semifinals for the either third or fourth time. And it's always just a little disappointing. I mean, obviously I want to make it, and it's always a white guy, and I'm always just like, I mean, I feel like I have to be 200% better than a white guy to ever be considered. So it's just kind of one of those things, like Portland is as progressive as it can be, and it's still just like the progress is just like a white guy being like, I suck, and everybody's like, oh my god, that's so funny. You do suck. You're like, yeah, but now he wins. So
yeah,
I was just telling somebody it's gonna have to be like Portland's Funniest Woman for a woman to make it. Like, whereas like there's no other option. You have to pick a woman. Like, sorry, but it really is like assessing art.
Yeah,
it has to be whatever you personally think it's funniest. And if in the industry there's more men than women, there's always going to be a man. So yeah. I'm still going to do it. I'm going to keep doing it. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean,
why do you think you would keep doing it?
Because I don't plan on going anywhere. I'm going to be in Portland, and that's like what there is to do here.
Like your comedy career?
Yeah, like I mean, and I'm not going anywhere. So why am I gonna? I'm not. I mean, I guess Seattle's Portland. Maybe I'll try that next year. I didn't really consider it this year.
But I mean, like, is your comedy career, all you see is like you're just gonna be a Portland comic and that's it?
I can't go anywhere else. Where would I go?
I'm saying, like, let's say you get somebody's, something happens online, you go viral, people want to book you all over the country. You're going to say no?
Sure. If that happens and it's like viable where like they pay me enough that I can actually go somewhere and like it'd be worth it, then I'm not here with my kid, then I would do it. But it just feels pretty far-fetched. And the other option is like I move somewhere and I don't do anything but grind and try to make it in like eat, sleep, comedy, repeat kind of way. And I can't do that. So if I'm going to stay in Portland and I'm going to be part of this community, I'm going to continue to do Portland's Funniest, and I'm going to be a little disappointed every year. That's okay. That's just like what I see happening until there's more women in the industry, maybe.
Okay.
That make you sad?
Yeah, it does.
You look a little sad.
Yeah. I chose not to do it anymore just because I just don't like how it feels. Like I just don't like how it feels to go up there, have a good set, and then, you not pass on to the next level. And then that kind of just ruins it. Like I went up there, made a bunch of people laugh, good set, good time. That should be it. Like that's the goal. Like that's really all you should really want. And then I have to wait and see if, and then also it makes me like root against my, fellow comics. And I'm just like, I don't like how this feels. So anything happier that we want to talk about and on?
It's gonna be my birthday next week. I was looking at getting a bunk bed at the Society Hotel out in Bingen and going to the spa. I'll invite some friends, see if they want to come, but if not, I'll probably still do it. We're gonna go to I saw a lot of soaking. This is all.
Well, that's what happens when you get old.
This is all on the same vein. I was gonna say gonna go to the Kennedy School and go in the hot
you guys
pool.
every chance really you guys
old.
get, you guys go swimming. Like you're constantly like, let's go to the lake, let's go to the river.
Yeah,
we want to go to the pool. There's
what do you have against bodies of water?
I don't know. I just don't think it's that fun.
You don't think it's that fun?
No.
Didn't you like it when we went to Bingen?
Yeah, like once a month.
Yeah,
once every few months, but like every chance you guys get, you're like, oh, we gotta. That's me. That's the thing. We gotta go.
I look like the character from Lion King.
We gotta get in the water.
Ooh, water?
Okay, yeah. You're just soaked.
Is that a pool?
Yeah,
I'm in there.
Yeah,
that's what I want to do. We're gonna go have dinner several nights because sometimes we're alone. Sometimes we might invite some of the comics. Other nights we have Isabel. So I'm like doing different things. I have to pick a place to go eat. So next podcast we'll do a best restaurants in Portland top 5.
Okay.
I want to go to Ox again. It's been a while.
Okay. All right. Well, you heard it here first.
Also that place that you made a reservation at.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to a lot of restaurants. So yeah, we just might turn into a restaurant podcast.
Gotta switch it up, man. We're watching too many movies.
We're doing all the things.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We like to eat, soak,
watch movies.
That's our new entrance.
Eat, soak, and watch movies in that order.
Oh wait, comedy. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe get a little comedy
if there's time.
Get a little comedy in between.
I don't have any. I have 2 shows in October, which is hardly any.
Yeah.
I was like, July, I had like 15, and I was like, that's going to be hard. And now I'm like, I just have 2. It's random.
Yeah, it's tough. If like I'm doing so many shows for this competition, but like outside of that, I don't have a whole lot booked. Actually, I had to cancel shows because I'm doing this. So I had shows
that's annoying when everything happens at the same time.
And then I have to cancel like a couple shows because of this. So I'm like,
what are we doing for your birthday?
Same thing we do every year. Pinky.
Try to conquer the world?
Try to take over the world.
I watched that show in Spanish growing up, and it was Conquer.
Try to take over the world.
It was a literal translation. I did what I had to do. You're wrong.
And with that, My name is Lee H. Stone.
I'm Andrea Menchaca.
Thank you for listening to Anxiety Twins. We'll see you next time, guys.
We
Bye.
miss you already.